Okay, third graders, what we're going to do for the remainder of our time together today, close it up, close. We are going to actually review prefixes that we've done in the past, and we're going to revisit them. So close up your activity books. You're not in them right now. We're closing up our activity books. We're not, and we're going to revisit prefixes that we've had in the past. And we're going to talk about their meaning. We're going to talk about what they do, and we'll get into them a little bit. So the prefixes we're going to revisit today. Remember, prefix goes at the beginning or the end?
Beginning.
The prefix will go at the beginning of a word. It's just a syllable, but that one syllable can change the whole meaning of our words. So the prefixes we're going to go over today are on.
It's not.
Non.
Free. Free.
Two more. I didn't leave myself enough room.
This.
And you've got it. We have these prefixes: un, non, re, pre, dis, and miss. These are the main prefixes that we've spent time working on this year. It's just a syllable. We put it at the beginning of a word, and it completely changes the meaning of that word. So what we're going to look at today is what that root word would mean and how we could change it by adding different prefixes. So I'm going to keep doing it in black so I can see it really well. The first word I want us to look at is the word, a lot of you saw it just a minute ago, is the word
Even.
even. What does it mean if something is even? Alexa, what does it mean if something is even?
Like something is split up.
It's what?
It's like something is split up. Like it's like in a row, like even.
I get what she means. So she's saying it's like split up. It would be like if something's even, it's equal, right? So we think about like when we split up for math, we split it up into those even or equal groups. Great. What if I take some of these prefixes and put them on there? Like, what if I take our word even and I put
Un.
Yep, I'm going to do un. And I make our word
Uneven.
Is it what Alexa said just a moment again, that it's going to be the same?
No.
No, if something is uneven, what do we know about it? Viola.
That it's not even.
And that it's no longer even. It's not even. So if something is uneven, it might be not straight. It might be Griffin gets 2 and I get 1. It's uneven, right? I think that kind of goes with that equal piece. So third graders, what are adjectives? This is those examples that we're getting to, but what are adjectives? Brock, what is an adjective?
Words that describe nouns.
Adjectives are words that
Describe nouns.
we are going to do this with a few other words. Are you ready? We actually talked about this word today. This is the word.
Well.
What does it mean if you're well or if someone is well? Claire? You're healthy, right? You're doing things, you're healthy, you're feeling good. We talked about that today when we were doing our reading. Good. What prefixes could I put? Dis well?
No.
Miss well?
No.
Pre well?
No.
Re well?
No.
Non well?
Yes.
That one kind of is, but what ones, we know non and un change the meaning the same way. So which one's better, non well or unwell?
Unwell.
Unwell, good. If you're using these words to describe something, by putting that on the beginning, you're completely changing what you're talking about. If you're well, you're feeling great. If you're unwell, sick, not feeling so great, right? Things are not going so well for you. Let's see. I'm going to give us another one. I'm going to just kind of go through some of them they talk about. What is our word?
Necessary.
The word necessary. What does it mean? Turn and talk with your neighbor. What does that word necessary mean?
necessary means necessary.
3, 2, 1. What do we mean when we say something is necessary? Haley, what do we mean when we say something is necessary?
It means that it was supposed to happen. It was like you was supposed to do that.
Okay, so that's part of it. Like getting that, like it's supposed to, like it's meant to be. Good. How else could we expand on that a little bit? Kyler?
Like necessary, like if you get in trouble, it's necessary to clean your room.
I like that. So in your house, if it's necessary to clean your room, do you have to do it or do you not have to do it?
Yeah, you have.
If something is necessary, you need it, right? You need to do it. So when Kyler gets in trouble, it's necessary he cleans his room. That should be the punishment for my Kyler. Necessary to clean your room. It is necessary for you to have water and lunch. It's needed for you. So which prefix could go with this? Pre-necessary, re-necessary, disnecessary, non-necessary? What do you think, Joey? Fun. Unnecessary. If something is unnecessary, what do we know?
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary. It's not needed. I'll say something like that. I think I say that a lot. That's not necessary right now. You don't need to do that right now. That's unnecessary.
I thought you actually.
Picking your nose is unnecessary. No one was doing that, but it is true. You could blow your nose, right? What is necessary? What part of speech is it? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective? What is it? Tell me what you think. It's an adjective. It's going to describe what's happening, right? It's going to, well, I guess it describes your verbs, but unnecessary. That is an unnecessary action. Those shoes are unnecessary. I'm describing your shoes, right? I'm going to give us another one.
And now are you just thinking of it?
No, I'm just thinking of good ones that could go with different prefixes. We're not going to fill in all these prefixes today.
Fill.
What is that word?
Fill.
I'm not going to fill. I'm not going to use all these prefixes. What does it mean to fill something? To fill. Grayson.
It means like to make it expand or something, so bigger.
Go bigger, right? You're getting more of it. I love how you're using sense. You're filling something up, right? So what is that? What part of speech is that? Noun, verb, adjective?
Adjective.
Verb. It's a verb. If you're filling something, it's an action. You're doing it. So if I'm filling something, I'm filling it up. Which one of these would go with that?
Re.
Oh, you big old shouter-outers. What is it? Re. How many of you have had to refill your water today? Maybe you came and at some point it was filled. Now you have to refill it. What are you doing if you refill something?
Filling it.
You're going to do it
Again.
We know means to have to do that again, right? Now this we are going to look at a lot of these prefixes in our notebooks in just a moment, and we're going to work with them a little bit. I just want us to know that on and non, it's going to take that to that opposite or mean not, right? Re means to do it
Again.
Pre means to do it before. So remember we talked about cooking. Before I had to pre-cook something before I cooked it. Super annoying. I hate when I have to do that.
Why?
Dis means not. Like if someone is dishonest, they are not honest. You get in big trouble at my house if you're dishonest. Miss. Have we used this one much? What was that, bro? Ooh, misunderstanding. What a great one. Misunderstanding. If you have an understanding of something, you know it. You get it. If there's a misunderstanding,
you don't know.
it's like that. You don't get it, right? You don't get the information. Sometimes we communicate with each other on something, but all the time this happens. How many of you miss communications at your house? I will tell my child, go put your red shoes on, and he'll come back with his red sandals on. And we miscommunicated. I'm like, yo, dude, closed-toed shoes. It's winter. Stop wearing sandals. He's like, but they're red. We just miscommunicate our information. It happens way too often. Than I'd like to say. We are going to work with a few of these in our book today. So now you may open up your activity notebook. So I believe page 59. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like I've looked at this before. Page 59.
His writing.
Voices are off. I like how we got so respectful so quickly. We are going to work with some parts of speech today. Can we handle that? This wants us, we're not going to do all of these pieces today. This is a game for another day. Can we do that together?
Yeah.
This is kind of fun. I just want to show it to you because we have some different things that we can do. It says, throw the die to move how many number spaces are indicated. Read the word in the space that you land on. Use it correctly in a sentence. Then write the word in the correct column on this page. Then write the parts of speech and the way to use the sentence. So we're not going to work on this exactly right now, but we can see our game board right here on page 62, 63. Remember how we have some fun games we can come back to through time? This is one of them. This is a great one because when we throw a die, this can be just a die, any die at home, and you can go ahead and do it. It tells you where to move. Where's our starting spot?
Right here.
Start. It tells you where to start. You throw it. Maybe I roll a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which word do I land on? Misplaced. So on this one, this is why they have this page so you can tear it out. If I land on misplaced, would it go under un, non, re, pre, miss, or dis? Miss. So I would write the word misplace. And which part of speech is that? Is that a noun, a verb, or an adjective?
Verb.
Misplace. I misplace my keys all the time. Is that a noun, a verb, or an adjective? It's showing that action, right? So I would say it's a verb. Sound good? This is a great game to play at home too.